Hi, Stuart.
Yes.
Uh, I'm wanting to see if you can talk a little bit about surrendering to destiny and surrendering to fear and how to realize which one it is. Sometimes it's confusing for me.
Mm. Yes, I talk about this a lot. Look, one of the things I've learned after doing is Christy, try and sit still. If you move and fidget, it really disrupts the energy of the meditation. So try and sit still. Thank you. Um, Look, one of the things I've learned after doing this meditation for so many years is that the only thing I have in my life is the present. There is no future. The future doesn't exist yet. Past is gone. I'm not going to sit around feeling guilty or unhappy or even happy about things that have happened in my life. It's gone. And I can only see them, as they even say in the Bible, through a glass dark. I can't even see them exactly the way they happened. I can only see them the way I am living my life today. The future is just a dark tunnel. It doesn't exist. But the future will manifest because I do my life consciously today. And if I do my life consciously in this moment, in the now, it will eliminate fear. It will eliminate insecurity. I'm not going to worry about my destiny. My destiny will manifest. All of it will, can't believe somebody left during this talk. Anyway, all of it will come together. But the real problem is not planning into the future. The real problem is, okay, this is my life today. I'm going to live it as fully and as completely and as profoundly as I can live it. Whatever job I'm doing, I'm going to do it to the ultimate of my capacity. I don't care if you're a janitor, if you're sweeping streets, whatever it is. It's not your job, Rafi. Thank God. But you do your job, you do it brilliantly. you know? But whatever it is, one does it to the ultimate of their capacity, recognizing that that is the present. And I'm not going to crap all over the present because, it's something that I particularly don't like or I don't, I'm going to say, okay, this is my present. This is sacred. I will do it to the ultimate of my capacity. Then your destiny will take care of itself. Because part of the elements of life is that everything changes. Everything is constantly changing. And if you do your life to the fullest, you will work out the cycle of this period of your life, and a door will open into something completely new, something else that you need to work out in order to fulfill your karma. So, it's not about destiny, it's not about what the future is going to bring. The future is always going to be the future. We never arrive there. It's always the future. The present is what exists for us. And we have to do the presence with joy, with love, with consciousness, and to understand that that is the gift of our life today. And yet, look, there are wars going on in the world. People are starving. It's hard to look somebody in the face and say, find the treasure of you're starving to death. But at the same time, a person has to be able to find something in their life that truly represents, consciousness and a higher level of living. There are people that have done it under the most unbelievably difficult circumstances, and they've come out of it. People that lived through the Holocaust, people that lived, under autocrats, Hitler, dictators, this one and that one. They found something that could work for them in the situation and enable them to truly connect with a higher force in the universe and use the situation to grow and to develop consciousness within themselves that enable them to connect with the transcendent. Otherwise, I hate to say it, but it's just living hell. I mean, we all have something to complain about. I don't care how involved you are, what kind of a saint you are. There's something in the world that there is to complain about that you don't particularly like. And the things that you complain about just drain your energy away. But having the courage to find what is truly sacred in what is wonderful in your life, that enables one to truly open inside and to grow and to get past all the negativity. And then the negativity is no longer negative. It's just teaching one we have to grow. We have no choice in the matter. Otherwise, we get caught in this swamp of negativity. I mean, I've told you a million times. I mean, look, 3 weeks before I met Rudy, I was sitting in a prison. I mean, it's a true story. And I wasn't teaching meditation there. You know, I was I was an inmate. And I knew that this had to teach me something about me. I had to grow. I had to change. I had to do something deeper in my life. I had to connect more clearly with a higher force in the universe. And I'll never forget when this German guy, who was a kind of a friend of mine there. We used to meet in the yard there and talk. And he said to me, look, I have $1 million worth of keef or hashish, in a certain city in Spain, and I need somebody to help me to bring it to Sweden. And I trust you and I like you and we've become good. Would you be willing to do that with me? And I looked at him and I said, I forgot his name, Hans or something, a German name. I said, I said, I've been here 2 weeks. I never want to come back to a situation like this again. I wouldn't care if you had $1 billion worth of, hashish. I am not interested. I learned, it really taught me something. I had reached the bottom of my life and I wasn't going to go any lower. 3 weeks later, I met Rudy, seemingly by accident, which wasn't an accident. It's because I finally decided it's enough, Stuart. It's enough of you. You have to find and understand that there are people in the world that can teach you how to get past you. And when I met Rudy, that's what he did. He taught me how to get past Stuart. And I never looked back. And he even taught me how never to look forward. Work on your life in the now. And I learned all kinds of things which I always thought were impossible to do. I mean, I've written a dozen books. And while I was a young writer, I never thought I'd ever write a book. But it took being present in the now that enabled me to do that. Teaching these classes for so many years. I can only do it because I have a presence in the now. And sometimes, 10 people show up. And Stuart, don't worry about it. Everything changes. And then the next day there's twice, 3 times enough. And, it's all there to learn from and to grow. So whatever your worried about, just work on yourself. Work on yourself. And the first thing that'll go away is the fear of the future. And along with the fear of the future, you'll stop clinging to the past, what was.
Thank you, Stuart.
You're welcome. And also, Rafi, the work you do is so beautiful and of such a high caliber, you know? That in itself should just fill your heart with joy that you can do work like that. I mean it, you know? And I remember you 20 years ago when I first met you, you know? And it's extraordinary what you've done. Does anyone else have a question they would like to ask? You know, I wrote a book called The Lotus Flower in Muddy Waters. We're all a bunch of lotus flowers floating in muddy waters. We cannot grow otherwise. We need the muddy waters, you know, in order to feed the roots and the stem of the lotus flower so that we can open and embrace the sun. So don't complain about the muddy waters. Does anyone else have a question they would like to ask? Okay, if there are no more questions, there will be meditation on Thursday. Thank you. God bless you all. And take this with you. You know, don't just, the class is over next. Just I'm not talking about thinking about the meditation. Just let the energy, just lie down for 10 minutes. Let the energy absorb the meditation inside you. It will bring an extraordinary reward and extraordinary results. So thank you and bless you all. And I'm looking forward to seeing everybody on Thursday.
Thank you too. God bless you.
It was beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you, Stuart. Thank you.